5 treasure chests of gold coins, so valuable their loss collapsed an entire nation. That was the story we came chasing. But what we found in the remote highlands of Scotland, from a lost civilization dating back 4,500 years, was even greater. March 25th, 1746. The French ship Prince Charles, once the British warship HMS Hazard, sailed into the Isle of Tongue carrying 5 chests of gold to fund Bonnie Prince Charlie's coming battle against the forces of England at Culloden, near Inverness. Under fire from the Royal Navy frigate HMS Sheerness, the crew slipped ashore under cover of night with the treasure. At dawn, Captain George Mackay, son of the Clan Mackay chief, confronted them, and the Jacobite gold was seized in an event known as the Skirmish of Tongue. But not all of it was lost. Some coins were buried around Loch Hakel. In 1840, a Spanish gold piece was recovered from the eastern shoreline. Armed with old maps and joined by divers and metal detectorists, we set out to find more of the gold that, had it reached Prince Charles before Culloden, might have changed the course of Scotland's history forever.
Ian, how you doing, mate? Very great to see you. Kenny, lifesaver, brilliant, treasure diver. Right, so this is the area we're exploring, is it?
Yeah. When the boat came in, it was run aground somewhere around Melness, somewhere around this area here. And then the English boats come in, then a much bigger boat, and bombarded it with cannon fire. 156 sailors got off board and unloaded several caskets of this gold. They've had to come by foot then all the way down the edge of the Isle of Tongue until they've got underneath the picturesque Ben Loyal, which is this little wee loch in Hakel, to try and walk all the way through the Highlands to get to the Jacobite headquarters in Inverness. Somewhere along the way they've come into a little bit of bother, and the Mackays have caught up with them. So what they've had to do is get rid of the gold by throwing it away into Loch Hakel down here just below Ben Loyal.
Have you dived in here before?
I've actually not dived anywhere in here. Many places around the world.
Yeah.
But what I was thinking is, this will come in here and we'll do a little recce and we'll see where a good dive point is to enter the water. We'll do a dive brief and then we'll go in and see what we can see, but I believe it might be a bit murky.
Do you think it'll be clear enough to see anything under it?
I'm not sure, it depends on the sediment, I'll be honest with you. But
And do you know what kind of loch it is? Is it peat or is it?
I think it's a freshwater peat loch, so it's going to be pretty dark.
Yeah, okay. So the estimates are between £2 and £4 million of today's money, so it's a significant treasure. So, grounded at Melness. So are we going to start up around here?
Yeah, up around here at Talmine or Melness, around this point here, you know, where we'll look at where the boat originally ran aground.
Yep, great. Right, boys, let's go. Right, Ian, where are we?
Just at the bottom of the hill, and we're going to cross this burn and make our way up to Castle Valley, up there. And so that's Mackay Castle.
And from there we can see where the Prince Charles beached. Right, lead the way, sir.
Historians know this incident as the Skirmish of Tongue, and while an account was published in the London Gazette on the 15th of April, 1746, it failed to detail the story of the fleeing Jacobites and their gold coins. But here at the head of the Kyle, Castle Viarich is an ancient seat of the chief of the Clan Mackay, offering auditorium-like seating overlooking a vast open-air theatre where this story played out.
Superb. Look at that. Over there in that spit of land, out over there, that's where she ran aground. And then the English bombarded it with cannon fire.
Yeah.
So the soldiers unloaded the 5 chests of gold 156 men then carried this gold as fast as he could to get down the tongue here to get onto Inverness towards the Jacobite cause.
Great. So this is the scene of the crime, if you like. Right, great. So let's push on up the Kyle of Tongue there. We'll go for the Loch. What's the Loch called? Loch Hakel. Loch Hakel. Great stuff. Let's go.
Having seen where the Prince Charles ran aground, and where the Jacobites unloaded their gold coins, we followed their footsteps along the Kyle to the tiny Loch, the epicenter of this tragic tale.
Ben Loyal. Looks great, doesn't it?
Doesn't just.
Yeah, so I believe this is where a piece of gold was already found. So what we'll do is we'll come in here and we'll do a little recce and we'll see where a good dive point is to enter the water.
So this is all our gear here, right? So we've got to carry us into the bottom of the island. It's just over there, right? This is a fair amount of stuff. We've got shovel, metal detector, and about 40 kilos of diving kit.
Okay, so 40 kilos divided by 2 is what, 20 each? 20 each, about that. I'll lead the way, keep you right.
I'll keep this tank. If you could get the dry suit and the shoulder up would perfect.
Okay, we'll give it here and I'll tie it around me. It's like one of those 80s woolly jumpers.
Well, unfortunately, I think we're going to have to walk over, and although it looks quite close, we're going to have to walk around that hill a little bit and back in. So
Great. Right, you ready for this, Kenny?
ready.
Okay, boys.
Hauling heavy diving equipment over the peaty burns of the flow country, we unwittingly reenacted the events of February 1746, when 5 chests of gold were carried along this very same testing route. Accounts of the skirmish of Tongue place the clash on the southeastern shore of Loch Hakel, near Crianan Island, where the gold was said to have been seized. When we reached that very spot, Ian and Kenny prepared their diving gear and moved in.
Well, we've definitely got the right bit. This is the Southern Islands, right?
And you think that's fine enough to dive in? No dangers there?
Yeah. Should feel tight with that. Yeah, gun that room.
So see you moving that longer. It's ring pulls.
Okay, release clip, good. Yep. Suit, perfect. Mask, fins, camera, action.
There's a lot of sediment. Very murky, very cool.
Right, folks, so we'll get you to the other side of the island.
Perfect.
Good luck. Don't come home without pressure.
Right in front of the island, at the very spot the gold was said to be hidden, Ian and Kenny pulled up planks of planed wood. I searched along the shoreline, hoping that where there'd been a skirmish, we might uncover relics of battle, belt buckles, buttons, cap pins, daggers, bayonets, and other traces of war. Ian and Kenny ventured closer to the island, where they were to make their first significant discovery of the day.
We're on the island now. I can make your way. It's a built stone here. It's a big building of some sort. What did you find? It's like a bra, but inside is square. Built up to about this height.
Square?
Right, this is a square building, isn't it? You won't find gold hunting anywhere in the world like this. Land and sea.
What did you find, Ian?
The bottom of the loch is so deep with sediment. The heady gold that was thrown in, we deeped out.
What do you think of that wood? What does that was definitely
It's definitely been worked at if it's a bit of a boat or a bit of a box or something, you know?
Yeah.
You never know, that seems to be right in the exact area.
But was there nothing else around the island?
It's just like a desert. And with stones that slightly build up as it gets higher. And then below that, everything's just completely flat.
But what did you find on the island?
On the island in the middle, it's quite... something I've never seen before. It's a bit like a broch. Instead of being set circular, it's square in foundation. It's about a metre and a half, 2 metres high.
Could you date it?
It's difficult to say. Probably about, I'd say Norse rather than Iron Age, because it's square, like, you know. But I think it's probably been a crannog to begin with. I mean, they've reused the stones that was for the crannog to actually fashion some sort of rudimentary structure there. Right?
So do you think that's been noticed before, or do you think that's a new discovery?
Well, it's on the map as grey inning, but we don't know what that means yet.
So it might mean crannog.
Yeah, it might mean crannog. We'll get it translated when we go and sit down for lunch.
Okay, so we might still have found a treasure.
We might find something new anyway, you know.
Alright, let's go.
Making our way back to the car across the once blood-soaked heather, we had gained a rich insight of where the Jacobites had been captured, and we might have identified an unrecorded ancient stone building on the bramble-covered island mentioned in the treasure legends. I said my goodbyes to Ian and Kenny, but this adventure had only just begun. The next day, I returned to the Loch with Hugh Mackay and Scott Youngson, two of the North Highlands' most seasoned metal detectorists.
A local story says that when the Jacobites were captured, some of them were held in this building here overnight before they were taken off and executed.
The Jacobites that carried the gold?
Yeah.
So what is that building?
That used to be, well, obviously a stable or a store. You can tell it's a right old building with the slat windows and the car door.
Fascinating.
Yeah. And that's possibly the sandbar that the ship would have got stuck on.
So you think that's the sandbar the boat got stuck on?
Well, if it came between the islands
Yep,
to turn in here,
it did.
well, it's either that big one there, that's been there forever, but there's a sandbar goes straight across.
Well, it was on the north side because they said if they landed on this side, Ray would have got them. Here we are, Kyle of Tongues, down the Loch Hakel, right here. So that's it, just right there with the head, well, not the head, but the trees that we can see on top of the island. It's about a kilometre. Is that the island, is it? Yep, you've got it. So, boys, do you want to lead the way?
Let's roll.
Great.
I'm ready.
Canmore, Scotland record tells us that in 1840 a Spanish gold coin, now housed in Dunrobin Museum, was recovered from the Loch, said to have been lodged in the cleft of a cow's hoof. With that in mind, I told Scott and Hugh to watch closely for cow tracks leading to and from the Loch side.
Is this set to find gold or iron or what? Is it general or?
Just general.
Yeah.
But with the machine, you kind of get to know the tones.
There's a lot of granite around the stone, and then all us standing together at cameras, it's all interfered.
So we think the search area is from about here, 50 metres round to that big boulder and maybe just beyond.
Yeah.
So I don't know how you're going to tackle it, but we think possibly up into the heather as well.
The history of the cow coming out of the water, you reckon, was on this bank here?
Yeah, because there's so much stone here, and a self-respecting cow never walks on stone because they can break their ankles. So they always find the sand. Let's stop talking. Let's go.
Yeah, let's get on with the job.
Nice one. Let's go, boys. I'll just keep around you and I'll do any digging that you need done.
Let's roll. Right.
Good luck, boys.
Today's the day.
Today's the day.
Hope so.
Scott and Hugh wasted no time and began detecting between the bramble-covered island and the boulder, and it wasn't long before their equipment started indicating hidden artifacts, where X marks the spot on the map.
Are you getting a reading, Scotty?
Yeah, but there's a lot of iron lying about here.
Ah, yeah. Get me excited.
Yeah. It was the tone it was getting. It was a strong tone.
Yeah.
Hugh! Hugh! Can you just put your machine over this? What depth?
It's quite a small signal, so it could be quite deep.
Oh, definitely something like
So there is something in here.
That's bizarre.
Isn't it just spikes of wood there, about a foot down. Half of me wants to think it's a treasure chest.
That's just the explorer in you.
Unbelievable, at the side of a remote Highland loch we found a Coke can.
Some lazy fisherman had tossed a can of Coke over his shoulder, but so too might a Jacobite have tossed a coin over his. We spent the preceding 3 hours scouring every square inch of the suspected treasure zone. And Scott soon made what was to be the first of many discoveries.
It's a coin. No!
Coin!
Oh.
You just got my heart going, seriously, Scotty.
It's an old 5p here. Oh, but see, when I dug up the turf,
Yeah.
the coin was still in the hole. That was that shape we saw.
5p.
Guys, that gave me a heart attack. That gave me a little heart attack when I saw the coin. I thought, he's done it. The Jacobite treasure. Was there any part you thought you'd found the gold there?
When I saw your expression on your face, I thought we'd nailed it.
Scott's attention was drawn to the massive Lochside boulder.
It's giving me readings, yeah.
Really? What are you thinking?
It's got gold, but we'll have a look.
Is it getting you excited?
It almost looks like that boulder was jammed in there.
Yeah, I could buy that.
Scott came out empty-handed, but I had come down with a heavy dose of gold fever. And as the detectorists broadened their search, I obsessed around the boulder, convinced that secrets lay beneath or around it. But it was only when I raised my head from the earth to the sky that the ancient landmark began to whisper her time-worn secrets. As I peeled back the rock's heathery cover, a distinct circle emerged from the surface of the stone, and several more began to pop from the rock. Here, where the Jacobites are said to have hidden their gold coins, is a magnificent and deeply ancient artifact, a cup and ring marked stone. A rare archaeological phenomenon carved by early Scottish cultures since around 2000 BC. The original meaning and purpose of the cups and rings is debated, but in the 1960s Professor Alexander Thom suggested they were a method of writing or recording time, relating to constellations, while others believed they contained burning animal oils to guide travellers at night, and also geographically, where the rings represent the locations of surrounding sepulchral monuments, acting like maps of local sacred landscapes. I got to thinking, if any of the ancient cultures over the last 4,000 years had made offerings of gold, silver, or bronze at this sacred Lochin, they would certainly have been made around this stone. And agreeing with my thinking, Scott, who while keeping it to himself, was clearly suffering the effects of that gold fever that I had become consumed by.
Still no gold rush.
No.
Having exhausted our investigation of the cup and ring marked stone, we decided to move our exploration outwards into the foothills of Ben Loyal and Ben Hope, those two ancient sentinels shadowing the cup and ring marked boulder. And it was here at this spot that the April 1746 edition of the London Gazette reported an 80-man strong militia consisting of soldiers from Lord Loudon's regiment, led by Captain Mackay, attacking the battle-weary Jacobites.
Are you getting a lot of false readings?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Strange, that was giving a really good signal now. Nothing.
What, above 60?
Yeah, 76.
Wow. What have you found?
First gold Scottish coin. What a beast, eh?
Has someone planted that for us?
I think so, mate. I think somebody's got a bad sense of humour.
But ever hopeful, you did find a coin. You looking for markings, Scotty?
What do you mean? Well, there's markings and that stones up there, so we could be on for a few more. So we'll cover it up for the next guy to have a look.
Just put your metal coin under there.
Hugh worked the ground beneath the mountains, while Scott swept the eastern shore. I focused on the only patch of silty sand where a burn ran into the loch, reasoning that cattle would favour soft ground over sharp rocks that could injure their limbs. Here, I found the only cow hoof prints on the shore, so perhaps this was the very place the coin had once been pulled from a cow's hoof. My detector gave several signals, so I called Hugh and Scott over to help investigate the site.
I'm hearing it. Is that high reading?
5 to 80.
So 80 is gold. Come on.
There's something in there, I noticed.
What does 99 tell you?
It works on a scale like R would be 1, 2, 3, 4 E.
Okay.
And then gold would be up about 50
Okay.
to 60, you know, right in that region. Sure, there's some about a wire off that fence. Yeah. If there's something there, yeah. I'm not getting that number on it. You're not getting a number, it's 82. No, 98. The average rating, that's a silver bar drop by a Jacobite. at the very least. Definitely some in there.
Yeah.
There's no way of be getting it that deep. Try walls or yeah.
Maximum depth.
Eh?
Skill, does that maximum depth skill?
No, I think we need to dam this hole. So what I'll do is I'll put a trench off this so you keep digging. This thing here.
Gold doubloon.
Get that way.
Okay.
Come on, what is it?
Oh, really?
For us.
Poor me, poor us. We were deciding last night how to split gold 5 ways.
That burns. They're giving me cause for excitement.
Are they really?
Well, a death ping 3 feet down and a burn. And I'm just thinking what you're thinking of, you know, where are they going to be hiding stuff?
Yeah, somewhere to remember.
Somewhere to remember.
Scott suggested the burn leading to the sandy patch may have been used to conceal coins. He swept his detector along the stream, tracing its course all the way to the shoreline. As the day drew to a close, one last discovery awaited us. It was a percussion cap, a small ignition device from the early to mid-19th century. Replacing the old flintlock, it marked a crucial step towards the modern cartridge. Too late to have played a part in the skirmish of Tongue, yet still a fitting reward for a hard day's treasure hunting.
Oh, a bullet.
There's a line that I've put in there.
Is there?
Yeah, 53, 53, 53. It's the only one we've done.
I'm kind of glad it's not gold, though. If we found gold beside the car, it would have just been terrible. Never give up. Today's the day, every day. What's your thoughts then, boys?
Well, certainly with a worthwhile day. Well, you've got to go back. Do you think so? Well, definitely.
And you got a number of readings up to burn, didn't you?
Yeah, definitely. I think it's worth looking at again, even with underwater gear. With some waders.
It just shows what you've got. And what we got there, a bullet? What have you got there? What do you find?
Well, I think we know what this is. I think this was left by us, for us.
But that is the Scottish treasure, the Scottish gold. Look,
Scotland, oh man. Someone's taking that air for badness.
So Scotty found the missing gold, the Jacobite gold, right there. Just make sure nobody can see it proper. A fishing weight.
Couple of ringfuls.
So we know that your metal detectors and your knowledge is working then, because you did find artifacts.
There's a percussion cap. That'll be from what? Musket pistol. Yeah, I would say percussion there.
18, late
1800s.
Really?
What about that? It's a modern shotgun.
It's a modern shotgun, but it's been a paper casing, so that's a fair age as well.
What do you think this might be, Hugh?
Well, it could be a shaft or a handle of some sort, a piece of,
Huh?
One time the way it's the grain runs on it. Yeah?
Part of a treasure chest, possibly.
Mostly.
Is there a chance you may have missed something? You said we tried to, because you mentioned that the gold sinks.
Yeah, it would be, yeah.
Definitely, yeah. But there's too much evidence there to suggest that we're on the wrong track, and you've done your homework.
So we got man-made artifacts, and we found the cup and ring mark stone.
Yeah, actually, that's a find in itself. Finding that today, that was phenomenal.
Well, we went out to search for gold, and we ended up finding a proper Scottish treasure. A piece of our culture lying on the hillside, washing away in the rain. And how many people are going to get out here to see that, So we're actually giving people a chance to see a stone that they would otherwise never get to see.
When do you think that would be carved?
Anytime between 2000 BC and maybe 1500 BC.
All right. So, thanks a lot. I was all really into. Thank you as well.
Good on you. Right, guys, let's wrap up then.
Any gold still in the Loch has likely sunk deep into the silt, beyond the reach of our equipment. But this search revealed two remarkable finds: an unidentified square stone structure and a boulder carved with prehistoric cup and ring marks. We were all sure that over the winds we could hear the ghostly chanting of melancholic pipes, perhaps sounding from the broken ranks of a crumbling Jacobite army, fighting and dying for Charles Edward Stuart, the flower of Scotland, in want of 5 chests of gold coins.